Yo, shout out to Anik Khan. He the reason why I got a couple bags here and there. Checking my gram, son, trying to see if I got any likes, cause I'm chilling with you feel me?
Oh my gosh.
Out here, son.
You not gonna get catching no likes off of me. Does my skin look golden? I just wanted to make sure I say that to piss you off.
I'm nervous, I'm about to interview my son, my oldest.
Out here.
Hey, man. Yo, this is Tubbs Krueger, man. You already know what's going on. We at El Paso, Tacotarian in Harlem. I'm about to talk to one of Queens' best, the kid, Anik Khan.
Facts, bro, these is all facts. Big tunes, big checks, big racks, bro. Facts, bro, these is all facts.
So I figured, you know, last minute I'll get you to come out here so I could chop it up with you, see what's going on with you. Life of an artist, you know what I mean? A rapper, well known, see your face everywhere. How's it being from Queens though? Is that like an honor to be from Queens?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the most diverse place in the entire world, and I don't think it gets enough rep as it should. Like when we talk,
because of rappers, or
just in general. Like when we talk about hip hop, like you can't even mention hip hop without talking about Queens. 30,000 Adidas up in the air, whatever that was, or 3,000, I forget the actual number, but like that, like yeah, hip hop was founded in the Bronx, but like Queens commercialized it.
Queens get the money.
Queens made it a business.
Being from Queens, you're honored to be from Queens. You're of Bengali descent. I mean, I've known you for so long, so it's kind of like it's tough to even be biased or even act crazy. Oh, the tacos are here.
Thank you.
Towards
Enjoy
you.
it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, this is the one I need you to try. This one right
That's
here.
the steak and shrimp joint?
Yeah, it's the steak and shrimp, the Governador.
Hey, why don't we do this? We'll swap one of one.
Okay, we could do that.
You feel me? So you grab this situation,
Bang.
and I'll take one of these guys.
Bang.
Where's the hot sauce?
We need some sauce.
Thank you, man.
And you get to hear,
Can we get some napkins?
you get to
I can't ask for napkins. We about to get.
You wipe it on your coat, you'll be all right.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, right. But no, the voice of acknowledgement from other people, they give their opinions, and when you know that person, it's great because you get to hear people brag about people that you care for.
This though?
Good, huh? Very good.
Tariq, this is a thing.
Yeah.
The Governador, yeah, what we do is marinate some hanger steak, put them into the grill, give a little toasted flavor. Don't cook it all the way, so we wanted the meat to still nice and juicy. We do some rock shrimp, throw it into the tortilla, added the Chihuahua cheese, and we put it into the salamander.
This is fire. Sorry, I'm not talking that much.
You a taco guy?
I love tacos.
Yeah. What would you rate that taco though, out of 5?
It was a solid 4.2.
Nice. Good rating.
Yeah. This is a very
That's the first thing you ate today?
yes. Besides the grasshopper and the mezcal.
We did have grasshopper. Shout out to Albano.
I see crickets and I see shots. So we're about to figure out how the both work together.
So, I mean, he was telling us that they call the crickets Mexican popcorn, so we're about to see what that's hitting for.
Everybody get some mezcal. Be sure everybody got one, okay?
So
We're gonna shoot it.
shoot it.
Have a great toast. Thank you for being here. It's
Man,
like
thank you for everything.
no, guys. Thank you for joining
Appreciate the
us.
opportunity, man, and the hospitality.
All right, thanks. Cheers. And let's see some popcorn.
Oh, that's not
Pleasant. They're really pleasant.
That's not bad.
Because they're salty and tart.
That's banging.
shrimp. Yeah, it tastes like pepper shrimp. We do though.
I know you're very particular with your drinks and your food and things. Are you particular about how you make your music? Because I know you have a production background.
Yeah, I mean, I produce every record that I get on. Not in the sense of like hitting the buttons. I have Don Knock for those situations.
Shout out to Don Knott.
Right. I know what I want to hear, and I come from a music theory background, so it's easy for me to be like, oh, you know, I hear this bass line, I'm gonna sing it out. I think it's in an A minor. We're gonna play this in an A minor, or maybe in a 7th. Like, I understand those things. So yeah, I'm super particular about my music because, you know, I come from a culture that hasn't been represented well at all in this country or in mainstream media, and I'm doing something that's like, you know, people aren't used to hearing. Chemically, they're not even, like, their ears.
A brown excellence.
Their ears aren't even used to hearing sounds from that side of the world. So it's like,
It's true.
in particular because I want to be able to take those sounds and incorporate them with how I was raised here and do what I do because, you know, I can make an Uzi Vert song tomorrow, but then I'll be Uzi Vert.
How was it growing up?
It was the best thing in the world. The whole reason I can do a record, a Brazilian record, like a ballet funk record, or do also like a Panga record, or do a dancehall record, is because of the fact that I grew up in Queens and I grew up around all of these different backgrounds, and I was able to go to the auntie's house and eat their food and talk to them and learn about their culture and listen to their music and go, oh, like all of these joints have like the same rhythms. Like a dancehall rhythm is very similar to a Panga rhythm. A Panga rhythm is very similar to a West Afro rhythm. West Afro rhythm is very similar to a ballet funk rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, this is Queens for real. And how do I incorporate those sounds and make them unique to myself? And that's, you know, I think it was that had a big effect on me.
Yeah.
You know, by the end of the day, it comes down to a good song. Like, is your song good or is it bad? It's not about genre, it's not about anything. Like, is it good or is it bad? And like, let's just keep doing good.
Are you big into social media?
No.
No?
Which is my downfall, because I should be.
Yeah.
I just don't think about it as much, and I should. I'm working on it every day, you know, because GaryVee gets on my about it.
Oh, so you kicked it with GaryVee, right?
Yeah, no, I hear my music, and since then we've been super close.
He's a fan?
Yeah. And you know, me and him, I brought him out to eat dinner with me and Hassan Minaj in the Bengali restaurant, and we all ate with our hands. It's super cool, man.
You out here moving. That's everybody named Mother wants advice from GaryVee. What's something that he told you that you took heed to?
I think the best thing he told me was a thing called legacy over currency, and like think about what your legacy that you want to represent before you think about how much money you want to earn, and what does that look like for you? How many songs do you have in your bank? Like, are you the artist that could do a song every day and it be quality? If not, how many songs can you do a year? And once you figure out how many songs you can do a year, if you know you can only do 9, 10 songs a year, well, what are you doing besides that to continue your conversation? And that was great advice, because I had to learn, because I'm not the person who's gonna make a song every single day.
Yeah.
I am the guy who takes, you know, one small project a year. So for me, it was like, okay, if that's what I'm doing, then what else am I doing around that's going to continue a conversation about Anik Khan and what he's doing and how things are going on? That's a wild conversation too, because there's been people who've asked me like, yo, do you feel like you're carrying a big burden, like representing an entire culture? And for me, it's like, I can't think about it like that, you know? Like I drink it, like I'm farthest from I wouldn't want to represent the Muslim community in that way, you know what I mean? And when it comes to South Asians, there's so many different types of us, you know? All I can do is just live the way I want to live. And if somebody relates to that or understands that or gravitates to that, it's like, oh, okay, dope.
Yeah, because I remember even bearing witness to your Rough Trade show, and I'm just looking at the kids in line, and they were just like excited, you know?
Yeah, I've never seen hijabis turn up.
Nah, they was lit.
They was in there bouncing.
That's when I was like, yo, this kid is on.
Well, you introed me, so it worked out. Y'all ready for Anik Khan?
I mean, whole boy was saying your name wrong. I had to make sure everything's correct.
A lot of people make great music, and it's up to the person to see what great is. But, you know, from like doing my listening session and collaborating with, you know, those 5 businesses who like brought food, and you're like tasting what the song sounds like and having the drinks, and then doing, you know, collaborating with 3 local businesses for my merch, and, you know, like having like 3 local businesses that sound like my music, and having West Indian, you know, food and North African and Middle East.
Still don't get a shirt, man. I'm trying to get a shirt.
Them joints sold out, I'm sorry.
Trying to get one for my son too, man. It's been like a year, bro.
I'll do a
Thought we was cool.
When I do a rehash, I got you. Like, those are the things I think like I really, you know, show where I can be of an input in the culture, you know, and being able to like, hey man, if, Louis Vuitton, y'all want to work on, you know, y'all want to take this culture and do something with it, all right, well, talk to me first, you know, like let's have a conversation, let's give 30% of it to the people who are actually making it, make sure they're good, and like, let's do this the right way, so then you don't get like incriminated or just, you know, like for like you know, justification, whatever. Like, you know, it's like appropriating or whatever the case may be, you know, and it's like.
That happens a lot.
Right, and so for me, it's like
Culture is dollars.
Exactly, and for me, I think I'm super excited to do more things that represent me as an ambassador of that culture, of, you know, black and brown immigrants and what they come from and what they've always represented, but just never really had a voice for besides music, you know, whether it's fashion or tech or anything of that nature, you know. I want to be able to say
black and brown are great at all things.
Yeah. I want to be able to say like, hey man, like we could do this, and like I think this is the idea to do it. Like, don't go off of like no experience and just do that. But like, here's somebody who can show you how to do this, and what people, you know, what the audience will, you know, retain, what they will gravitate to, and what they won't. So,
I mean, eventually, I mean, I see, you know, you're probably gonna be in your humanitarian stage.
I'm already on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like that shit is super important to me, man. My father is a cab driver, and he was still able to provide a school, roads, a bridge, a mosque in his village. You know what I'm saying? Just driving the cab. Like, he comes from nothing, you know? And so like if he was able to do that and provide that for people back in his village and stuff, that's already, you know, been instilled in me. So like, you know, every time I get like a check, I take a little bit off of it and, you know, give it to my mom to be like, yo, give it back to the village, and like, let's figure out how to take care of those guys, or who's having a wedding, they can't pay for it, all right, I got it, you know.
That's big. Oh, you are a nice person.
I'm all right. Even with the new music I'm making, I'm like thinking about it like, yo, where do I want to travel to? All right, I'm gonna make a song.
So wherever you're gonna go is gonna be the inspiration?
Yeah, so like I've been making music like that. Like I've been wanting to go to Lisbon and Brazil, so I made like I've been working on this like ballet funk kind of record. I've been wanting to go to like Belize.
My parents just went to Belize.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
And Ibiza in Spain, and I'm like, all right, let me try to make a record like that, like you know, will like want to bring me out there, whatever. At heart, I'm really just a foodie who wants to travel everywhere. I like going out and living, and then being like, oh shit, I gotta record. Something's pulling me in, and now I'm gonna go. Because I always end up having a better ratio of stuff. When I'm in there just to be in there to try to make something, it never feels authentic. It just feels like, oh, I'm just trying to make something. Compared to like, oh, I was in Tulum and I was sitting, like I saw like the moon like bright-ish, and then I made Tides. Yeah. All I make is waist down music.
Waist down music? That sounds like a mixtape EP that need to drop. Waist down.
From the waist down. If you're not dancing to my shit from the waist down, then I have failed you, and I am sorry. Yo, this is Anik Khan. This Tubbs Krueger right here. Thank you for tuning in to Taco Tuesdays with Tacotarian. I'll see you later, because he don't know how to close out a show. But I do. Bye.
You might as well keep that.